You know, one thing I did pull the trigger on the other day was that, yes, I bought No Man's Sky. A third update for this game had just recently come out the other day, and the features in this update kind of made my mind up, and I decided to buy it. There are 5 new features in No Man's Sky. The No Man's Sky Atlas Rises update does really kind of change the game a bit. It makes it more playable and a lot more fun, people are saying. So I went ahead and bought it. It was on sale over on Steam for my PC for, I think it was $24. You know, this game originally came out for $60. If you want to get it for the PlayStation 4, it's $60, I think. So I went ahead and bought the game. And this game has gotten a lot of heat from gamers and marketers and reviewers and a lot of people. But, you know, there are people that really do like playing this game. They really enjoy it, and they see the potential of Hello Games' No Man's Sky. They just keep adding more updates to the game, making it better and better and more exciting and more playable. And it's kind of morphing into this game that they originally envisioned. And I don't see them stopping adding and updating the game, and they're going to keep selling it. And, you know, there's so much. Everybody knows what No Man's Sky is. You know, it's a game that was super hyped a few years ago, and it was released and slammed by the media and the video game industry as a whole because it didn't live up to expectations. And some people thought it was repetitive and sort of boring. But, you know, it's a small studio over at Hello Games, and they did the best they could, but they really kind of should have sold the game originally for $25 and not $60. So a lot of people bought it, and some people stopped playing it. Some people got refunds, and some people who got refunds are coming back to buy the game again because it's so feature-packed now with all of these updates that they keep releasing. This third one especially, the No Man's Sky Atlas Rises update. So the game seems more promising, and people are coming back to it, and they want to give it another shot. So with this new Atlas Rises update, it features a brand new story with fresh faces. They say the update brings a whopping 30 hours of brand new story content that you'll be able to interact in with what Hello Games calls a mysterious new interdimensional race. So you can find probably some kind of alien race out there playing this 30-hour single-player campaign, basically that was added to No Man's Sky. Also, they added portals that you can use to transport yourself instantaneously from the planet you're on to a previously explored planet. So that's pretty cool. So there's a lot easier navigation playing the game, and there are billions and billions of planets in the game or whatever. So it's kind of nice to, if you want to drop back to a planet you've been at before, and you want to check out something that you missed maybe, you can do that very easily using these transport portals. Also, you can explore the game with your fellow travelers, finally. So the fellow travelers or people that you see in the game, up to 16 players can see and communicate with each other and explore the universe, but you don't see them as people. You see them as, right now, these glowing orbs of moving light. So at least you can interact with them and travel around with them and see them. And I'm sure that Hello Games will eventually add an update to make these, you know, characters look like characters instead of orbs of light. But at least they've gotten this far, and it does sort of fulfill the expectations that we had before with being able to interact with and see other players. So that's cool. You can see up to 16 of them. So right now they say over at Hello Games that it's currently very limited, although you can use a voice over internet protocol to chat and communicate with nearby explorers. They say this is an important first step at Hello Games into the world of synchronous co-op in No Man's Sky. So that's really neat. Another thing that they've added were a new way to check out local wildlife. So you have this new visor that can stand and tag various flora, fauna, and aliens in No Man's Sky, which is really a cool upgrade to the game. It's been calibrated to give you more info and better rewards for scanning everything you see. So Mass Effect Andromeda, anyone? Yeah, but you know, why not? That's really a cool addition to No Man's Sky. The final feature that they added in this third update is you can build new world bits, pieces of the world. So you can literally transform the ground beneath you and mold the terrain as you see fit and completely terraform the planets you're on. So it's kind of a toolbox where you can go in there and use the planet's materials to change the shapes and sizes of all types of things with the touch of your mouse or controller. So that's really cool. So that's really badass. I'm really excited about No Man's Sky. I bought the game yesterday, and I haven't downloaded it yet. I think I'm going to download it after I finish making the show. And I'll probably come back towards the end of this podcast and give you my impression of No Man's Sky. I mean, I think I'm going to enjoy it. I do love exploration. That's one of the main reasons I play Mass Effect Andromeda. And there is a ton of exploration to be had in No Man's Sky. And it's kind of an RPG. And now that they added this 30-hour single-player campaign, I'm really excited to play. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. No Man's Sky is available on the PC as well as the PlayStation 4. Okay, so what games am I playing right now? Well, this week, yes, I'm inserting this as an update. No Man's Sky. Yes, I'm really enjoying that game. It's fantastic. It's definitely a galaxy worth exploring. I've never purchased the game when it first came out. I just bought it. So it's new to me, and I'm really digging it. I really enjoy it. It's definitely a galaxy worth exploring. And like Mass Effect Andromeda, it's kind of mysterious. I really like that. It's an alluring and mysterious journey. Some people are saying that the Atlas Rises update is great and it makes them want to come back and play it. And if they did get a refund when they first purchased the game in 2016, some of these people are going back and buying it again, like I said, because the Atlas Rising update has definitely made it worthwhile. You know, there are bounty boards, missions you can go on. The dogfighting is fantastic. Killing some pirates is badass. There are freighter raids and all kinds of cool shit like that. I really like it. And with Atlas Rising, if you've never played the game before, it adds that 30 hours of single-player campaign gameplay, which sort of holds your hand and leads you through the galaxy and kind of builds a foundation for you if you've never played the game. And it's really interesting. But like I've said, people that have played the game before and now are playing it with this new update love it, but they're also saying that it kind of makes the galaxy a little bit smaller in some sense. Before, it seemed like it was a little less structured and bigger, but does that really matter? I don't think they're really complaining that much because they're coming back and playing the game, and like I've said, some of these people are coming back a second time and purchasing the game all over again. You know, I've got to say, I think the graphics in No Man's Sky are beautiful. The sunlight gleaming through the planet's horizons and beautiful colored plants and swaying grass and the animals that they say aren't stupid anymore. They actually know how to function and kind of appear like animals and run around, you know, and it's very interesting. With this system built into No Man's Sky, this persistent and procedurally generated universe, you know, I've got to say the colors are beautiful and everything around each corner that you turn is a surprise. You know, the flora and fauna are very interesting in themselves. And they say there's over 18 quintillion planets that you can explore different types of flora and fauna on. So you do have a lot of elements in the game that you can find perpetually throughout the galaxy, which is cool, like gold and iridium and so forth. But, you know, I've got to say it's definitely an adventure and the gameplay is well worth it, I think. The Pathfinder update that came out before Atlas Rising was really awesome because it added base building to the game. So it really has kind of turned into a little bit like Minecraft in space, you know, and I love it. My daughter loves this game too. You know, I'm fighting these pirates in low orbit above these planets, and it's really cool. And what really drives me, besides the exploration in No Man's Sky, is being able to upgrade your ships and buy bigger ships, and eventually you can get a freighter or maybe even a space station. I don't know, but I know you can buy a freighter if you have, 300 million credits or something, or units or whatever, something like that. I mean, it's an ungodly amount of money, but you know, it's part of the goal. You can set a goal for yourself. Yeah, I want to buy a freighter, damn it. And you can land ships on and store your ships in the freighter and store all kinds of items and freight and go out and kick some ass. I really like No Man's Sky. Again, it's available on the PC and the PlayStation 4. And if you haven't played it before, I definitely recommend playing No Man's Sky. It's definitely, if you love sci-fi games, I think you're definitely going to love this. I got it for $26, I think, on Steam. So wait for a sale. Right now, it's still being priced at $60, a non-sale price on Steam for PCs, and $60 for the PlayStation 4 as well, which is kind of steep. I mean, it's probably worth it now for that price, but wait for a sale. Wait for it to come down at least $30 or something like that. And you know, I really can't wait for future updates of No Man's Sky. I really hope that Sean Murray over at Hello Games keeps updating the game, because they just came out with some news recently. It's kind of disappointing, but BioWare is not supporting the single-player campaign. They're no longer going to update the single-player campaign in Mass Effect Andromeda anymore. They're just going to support multiplayer. They're trying to push that. I think the multiplayer in that game is okay, but it's really nothing to talk about, in my opinion. I don't think it's that fun, to tell you the truth. There are so many other multiplayer games that are deeper and more interesting and more fun, I think. But it's really disappointing because I really love the single-player campaign in Mass Effect Andromeda, and they have announced this week that they're no longer supporting it. That sucks. So, you know, at least I got No Man's Sky now, and I really do think that Sean Murray is trying to redeem himself and his company, Hello Games, and I really think that they're going to support the single-player campaign and update the game periodically for years to come. I really hope so anyway. Hey dudes and dudettes, if you like the video, I hope you subscribe and click like because it helps out the channel. And don't forget to comment below, I'd love to see your comments. To listen to the entire podcast, head on over to dudegamer.com, listen on the player, and subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher Radio. dudegamer.com, your source for Halo, games, and sci-fi entertainment. See you on the battlefield. This is Dude.